And so listen to me very closely. I say this to you. I never said when you want to succeed as bad as you want to eat. Because you can go 21 days, maybe 30, if you're Gandhi or Gandhi's mother without eating. Fast. You can fast for 30 days. I never said when you want to succeed as bad as you want water, because you can go about 3 days or so without it. I said when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you've probably only got a minute or so. Then you'll be successful. And so one of the things I want to do for you as an educator today, you don't necessarily need better skills per se. That's not what you need. But what some of you need is to go from 70% to 120%. Some of you need to go from 80% to 120%. And listen to me, I understand. I just left Florida. I won't say the city or the school. And I did a program all day, and I did something for parents. Of the 2,500 kids that go to school, only about 50 parents showed up. And some of them were married, so it wasn't even just 50, right? But it didn't bother me because I said to myself, listen to me very closely, the reason why I'm giving 120 is because your daddy's not in your life. The reason why I'm giving 120 is because your father's in prison. The reason why I'm giving 120 is because your mom is working 2 jobs. The reason why I'm giving 120 is because your grandma is raising you. The reason why I'm giving 120 is because you live in a community where education is not valued. So I don't care what you do academically, when you leave here, you can't go and get credit for getting A's. That in your neighborhood, in your community, nobody affirms you for reading at a certain level. Nobody affirms you for doing well on your ACT or your SAT. Where you come from, education is not affirmed. So even if you are a scholar, you have to keep it to yourself. You have to suppress it. So the reason why I give 120 is because your daddy's not there to give 80, and your mama's too tired to give 100, and your grandma is washed out, so she's giving 50. So I don't just want to be an educator. I don't want to just change the trajectory of their lives. I want to do it as bad as I want to breathe. I don't want to do it as much as I want to eat. I don't want to do it as much as I need to drink. I want to be the best educator in the world as bad as I want to breathe. I want to be the Michael Jordan of education. I want to be the LeBron James of education. I want to be the Gandhi and the Mother Teresa and the Malcolm X and the Martin Luther King and the Coretta Scott King and the Rosa Parks of education. And I ask you the question. I ask you the question today, are you giving 120? Or are you giving these babies 70 because of what's going on with the state? Or what's going on locally at your school? Or what's going on between you and your principal? Or what's going on between you and your peers? No, listen to me. As we move forward, I must ask you the question, how bad do you want it? How bad? Now I'm gonna ask, like literally, I'm gonna ask a question, and I'm gonna ask you to raise your hand, and I need us to be honest here. I need us to be transparent, because we have nothing to prove to anybody. If you're saying, Eric, there was a time where I did want it 120, but as an educator, just being honest with you, I'm a little burnt out. Let me just see your hands. Like, be honest, I'm burnt out. Just be honest, I'm burnt out. Let me see your hands. Let's not, we gotta be transparent. I'm burnt out. Good. So what I need you to do for me, this is important, because if you're burnt out, listen to me, we're the last frontier, guys. We're it. And so we're dealing with real life, and I get that. But we gotta want this as bad as we want to breathe, because if we can't get it to them, it's over. They can't get it. And we're not just dealing right now with our local schools and our states, right? We're competing against other countries right now, and not only let's leave the teachers alone, but because of the lack in some countries, their students want it as bad as they want to breathe. I want to talk about that today. I want to get you first. I want to get you back to 120, because we need you at 120. Like, look, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, I speak back to that place where not only you love education, but you're coming in with 120%. Because the one thing I know about you, if you are 120%, the outcomes of our babies are going to be totally different. Right? I know that about you. How many of you, and just be honest with me, is you raise your hand and say, Eric, for real, I'm a little burnt out. How many of you can honestly say that being burnt out affects your instruction? Let's be honest, raise your hand. Good. And we're here not just to get great information. We're here not just to go back, to our our schools, right? Our communities with great information. Literally, we're here to go to our schools and take that thing to the next level. And we're counting on you and we need you. But hear what I'm saying first. You matter the most. And I'm here today because I was ignorant 10, 15 years ago. And I put all my energy and effort on students, not realizing that if I change a student, I'm changing one person at a time. If I help teachers, I'm changing 30 kids at a time. Times however many classes you teach.